Hey, it's Skelemystyk. Does this sound like you? Man, I wish I had a better pet. I've got the junkiest pet ever, but I can never get anybody to hatch with me in the hatchery. Does it sound like you? In today's video, we're going to talk about how to get people to hatch with you at the hatchery. Alright guys, first things first. If you're thinking this video is going to be about how to get a pet fast, easy, and with no effort whatsoever, absolutely all, guys, I hate to tell you, but this ain't it. This is not it. Let me tell you how you're going to get a pet out of the pet hatchery. How you're going to get people to hatch with you. It's called the 3 Ps. Patience, politeness, and persistence. Well, you know what? Maybe even 4 Ps. Preparedness. There's another good one. Let's start with preparedness. This is the story as I've seen it so many times before. Somebody comes up in the hatchery, they've got their first-gen Cyclops pet or pickle pet that they got from questing, and they're thinking, hey, I'm going to turn this bad boy into a monster. I'm going to turn this pickle into a triple-double Firezilla pet or a triple-double Danger Hound pet or something along those lines. They think that, to be honest, and that's not how it works. The reason the people won't hatch with you in the hatchery is that you don't have a pet that they want. I'm sure that you already know that's the truth. And you're like, Skell, duh, I know I don't have a pet they want. I know that's why they won't hatch with me. You're supposed to be here telling me how to get a pet that they want so I can get some hatches. Come on, man. Cough it up. Okay, here it is. Here it is. The easiest way to start getting better pets, maybe not the particular pet that you want, but better pets. Hit up Twitter, hit up Facebook, especially Facebook, hit up social media, Instagram, all those things. All these social media have areas where you can find Wizard101 pet hatching groups, especially Facebook. Okay, especially Facebook. Facebook, off the top of my head, has Wizard101 Hybrid Pets. It has Wizard101 School of the Gifted Pets. It has, there's another one. Come on, guys, help me out. Okay, anyhow, there are several pet hatching groups on social media and especially Facebook. These people make it their mission to get people better pets. Okay, you're going to get a better pet. Here's where patience comes in. Now, you may want a triple-double Firezilla pet, max stat. You may want that. You know what? I'm sure, in fact, that you want that. Or something along those lines. Everybody does. Everybody wants a top-grade pet right away. But it doesn't work that way. You know, maybe the person who has that triple-double Firezilla pet that you want isn't around right now. You know, they're offline or whatever else, what have you. And you can't get a pet hatch. Okay, A, you either wait until you can get a hold of that person, or B, you employ patience another way. Maybe you can't get a triple-double max stat Firezilla pet, but maybe you can get a triple-double fire pet of some type. Okay. It depends on your patience level. It depends on how long you're willing to wait. If you're not willing to wait, if you want a good pet right away, take that triple-double fire pet that's not the skin that you want, that's not a max stat pet, and hatch with it. Now, preparedness again. Preparedness means making sure that you have enough gold to do a hatch. That generally means to have 50,000 gold in your pocket ready to go. One of the big aggravations, that I personally have had this one too, in pet hatching is, someone comes in, they want to hatch a pet with you, and you're okay, okay, cool, I'll hatch a pet with them, you know, they need a pet, it's alright. And you get into the hatching queue, and you find out they're 10,000 gold short. And they're like, okay, well, wait here. I'll go farm up 10,000 gold and come back. No, but what? What? Nobody wants to do that. Make sure you have enough gold ahead of time. Most hatches, in fact, pretty much all hatches that I know of, are under 50,000 gold. So if you have 50,000 gold in your pocket ready to go, you're pretty much sure of having enough gold for a hatch. So do that. Do that. Make sure you've got your, that's a big one. Make sure you've got your gold ahead of time. Make sure your hatching timer is free. Make sure your hatching timer is free. It's kind of annoying to get in there to agree to hatch for somebody, especially if you have to log on to do it. and go into the hatchery, and the person is there, they're waiting, they're ready to go. You guys get on the hatching schedule, and their timer's not ready. Aggravating. That makes people not want to hatch with you. Preparedness. Make sure you have the gold. Make sure you have a hatching timer ready. Now here's another one, and this one is a little more out there, but it's still the truth. Whenever I used to hatch with people for pets, especially if they had a talent pool I wanted, I hatched more than once. Hatching more than once means making sure that you not only have enough gold to do it, hatch multiple times. That's 50,000 gold per hatch. Say you want to hatch 3 times, you better have 150,000 gold. But not only that, having enough crowns to not only buy your own hatching elixir, but to be cool enough to gift them a hatching elixir for hatching with you again. First time pet hatches are generally gratuitously done. That means that the other person will have their own gold and they'll have their own timer ready to go, and they're willing to give you a hatch out of the goodness of their hearts. However, if you want to hatch more than once in the same session, you really, really ought to have some extra empowers that you can gift them to reimburse them for gold they may be using over and over and over again on your pet. You really want to have extra crowns to give them hatching elixirs to rehatch with you. Because, well, to be honest, a lot of people will hatch with you once, but if you don't have a hatching elixir, they're not going to go into their own crowns to hatch again. Not everybody, mind you, not everybody, but most people won't. So these are the things you got to do to be prepared ahead of time. Okay, maybe they don't have the particular exact pet that you want. However, you end up getting a triple-double pet from them. Now you've got something to work with. You go into the hatchery with that pet, especially if you train it up all the way to Mega, and you see that, you know, you end up with a full triple-double pet that has those stats. Maybe it's not the skin of pet that you want, but maybe it's the skin of pet that somebody else wants. If you walk up in that bad boy with a triple-double Firezilla, Stormzilla, whatever, you walk up in there with a triple-double Pale Maiden like this, somebody will want that pet. Maybe not in that realm, but you hop realms a little bit, you will find somebody who wants your pet. And then you won't have to gift them a pack. You won't have to gift them a bunch of empowers. You won't have to gift them a bunch of this and that and the other for them to hatch with you, because you'll have something that they want and you'll be on an even footing. That's how this thing works. People don't generally want to hatch with you if you have nothing that they want. Generally they don't, not in the hatchery. So the trick is to get something that they want. What I would do if I were you, especially if you're really like, you know, you really think you're going to be into pet hatching, I would get at least some kind of triple-double for each school. It doesn't matter what the skin is, just get a triple-double for each school. Then you can walk up in there, okay, somebody wants a triple-double myth pet. You've got it. Bam, there you go. And again, maybe it's not the skin that they want, but they're just looking to get a triple-double of that school. The more pets that you have, the more options that you have. But it takes patience to do it. It takes preparedness in having the materials that you want. It takes politeness. Do not walk up into a hatchery, or even on the social media sites, do not walk up in and demand anything. After they've hatched with you, be polite. Do not be rude. Because I promise you, if you're rude with one of those guys in those social media groups, the rest of them in that group will know about it, and you will not get any more hatches. You will not. So maybe you didn't get the pet you want. Don't start calling the pet or them or anything else trash. Don't do it. You know, I shouldn't have to tell people this, but I have seen this happen. I have seen this happen. People have just lost their minds these days about getting stuff. So that's what you need to do to get yourself hatches in the hatchery. That's the steps that you need to take. And for goodness sake, make sure you employ these P's. Patience, preparedness, politeness. Make sure you do it. and you will get the pets that you want. It will not be in the next 5 minutes. Do not look for an easy, quick, instantaneous fix, because it ain't going to happen. It is a process. But if you follow the process and you employ that patience, you'll get the pets that you want. Now, I'm thinking about taking my own advice. I really haven't been into pet hatching for other people before, but I'm really thinking about starting a pet bank of at least a triple-double of each type of school. At least that much. So that I can hatch with fans, because I hear this all the time. Man, Skell, can you help me? I don't have a pet. One of the advantages that I have is that I pretty much review every new bundle, pack, and pet that comes out. So I pretty much, whenever it comes out, have those new first-gen pets that maybe they don't have the best talents in the world, but they're the cool new skin that everybody wants. And so I have them to hatch. And I'm more than willing to help you guys out. So long as you employ that preparedness and politeness, because I'm about it. Do not come up in my face and be rude, because I won't give it to you. I won't. Alright, now, as well, if you would like to hang out with me live, I stream on Twitch pretty much every evening in the world. I start usually around 9:30 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I have a community on my stream that is good as gold. Maybe I don't have the pet you want. Maybe I can't farm for the resource that you want or whatever else, but somebody in my group more than likely can and will. They are good as gold. You are more than welcome to come up in there and hang out. Become a part of the community. We will welcome you with open arms. We really will. Now, I do believe, let me do a quick mental review here. I do believe I've covered everything that I need to cover about this video. If you have a question, by all means, throw it down there in the comments below. I am very good about answering, especially really good questions and comments. So, by all means, throw it down there, and I will, if it's good, I'll be sure to notice it. I will. All right, that is it. Until next time, guys, this is Skelemystyk reminding you that whatever else you do, always love the game. Peace.